need a man in my life that just wants to be a man in my life. Just a man. Not my man. No benefits, no sugar, no nothing. You just want to be a man in my life. For what? So I can call you when I need air in my tires, which I've been needing for weeks.
So, you know, guys, modern women have spent years at this point choosing to be strong and independent. You know, they don't need no man. Everything's going fine. They can do everything a man can do by themselves. Well, it turns out a lot of them are actually breaking down over this decision that they chose. Let's get right into it.
Two couples outside a car, slow dancing. They drive by and I'm like, could have been me. No, that could have been me. Like, whoa, my God.
Watching a couple dancing was enough to ruin her entire evening, by the way. Nobody did anything to her. She just cannot stand seeing somebody else happy.
I'm feeling this soul-crushing loneliness, but it's frustrating because I want to socialize and I want to make friends, but I just feel so exhausted even at the thought of it. My social battery just runs out so quickly. I just feel like I'm gonna be alone forever.
She has already decided that nobody is ever coming, when in reality, guys, what it usually means is the man that they are highly attracted to is not coming to save them. There are average men, but of course they are not interested in those.
I've just checked into my first hostel in Australia. I've never travelled before, and it's New Year's Eve, and I'm all by myself. There's no one in my apartment hostel bed, and I've got top bunk. Like, genuinely, it's New Year's Eve. I'm actually thinking about getting in that shower and putting my pajamas on and getting in bed. I've got problems.
She booked a hostel on the other side of the world and is surprised that she still feels alone in it. What on earth are you doing, madam? You're on the other side of the world by yourself, assumedly. Of course you are going to feel alone.
Singapore. From India. I'm Sri Lankan, but I live in Singapore. Yeah.
Are you from alone?
Yeah, I'm alone.
I hope you don't have any problem with your boyfriend.
No, I haven't had a boyfriend in a very long time.
Because normally when some people
Really?
when I ask them, they come alone and they always talk about the story about problem.
No, I had no problems.
She says the years without a boyfriend have caused her no problems at all, and then films herself eating dinner by herself. Something here is just not adding up, guys.
I've just spent like half an hour crying in the hostel bathroom because it's the only place where there's no one else. I just feel so alone. I kind of just want to go home, but there's nothing waiting for me at home. If I go home, nothing's going to get any better. So I just feel like I'm just stuck with myself and I don't know what to do.
Crying in a hostel bathroom and admitting there is nothing back home to return to is ridiculous, man. Like, obviously, if you are crying, you are upset, you are making these videos, realistically, you are doing it for attention. Nobody forced you to solo travel. Nobody forced you to do any of this.
Travel that isn't romanticized is feeling lonely. I'm currently on my third day of traveling around Europe solo, and I feel lonely, which is weird and not what I expected because at home I do so many things alone. I'm a super independent person and I honestly like to do things alone, but this is different. This is like being single on a Sunday night, kind of lonely. And while I'm having a great time exploring on my own time, seeing what I want to see, I also kind of wish I was experiencing it with someone. And can any of my fellow solo travelers relate to this?
She called herself independent, and 1 week in Europe put an end to that. At least she is honest that the lonely part never makes it onto the feed.
Don't get me wrong, I love solo travel. I love going on road trips by myself, and I'm proud of myself for going out and doing things on my own. But sometimes I can't help but think about how nice it must be to have somebody in your life that wants to go and do those things with you, and just think about
planning those trips together, or doing something spontaneous and saying, let's make this detour, and having them be excited about it, and how nice it must be to have somebody to take pictures of you and with you, and to just be totally on the same page and enjoy each other's company. But it's just really easy on social media to see cute couples that are going on these adventures together and not getting jealous and not thinking like, man, I wish I had that. And yeah, I just want to admit that, like, sometimes, yeah, I totally.
It's always interesting how these women love the freedom right up until a couple shows up on her screen and ruins it. Wanting somebody like a man to have around is not a weakness, but she keeps announcing it while doing nothing about it.
Daily reminder that if you don't have anyone to hang out with on the weekends, you're not alone. It's Saturday night and I'm just parked outside a Hobby Lobby. You're not alone. I feel this every weekend. Even with like 500 hobbies, I still feel like a little alone. I just want people to, I don't know, come over and hang out, or maybe we go to dinner.
500 hobbies and an empty Saturday night still adds up to nobody to call. Keeping busy was only ever a way to avoid noticing that.
Does being an attractive woman make dating more difficult or easy for you?
It makes it harder, and especially when you're career driven, it makes it like 10 times harder.
When you say 10 times harder as a career driven woman, what do you mean?
I think that men are scared of women in power, so then when it comes down to dating them, they feel like inferior to them instead of like a partner, where it should be like a partnership.
How have some of the men that you've dated before shown you that they're inferior to you?
To be honest with you, I've actually haven't been dating, so I've been single for a really long time.
How long are we talking?
I was married for almost 10 years and then we separated, so I've been single now for 5 years. Even now, like, it's really hard to find somebody who's like, hey, I only have like 15 hours out of the week to date with you. Like, is that okay? And a lot of people just don't want that. Or you run into the problem of like, men don't want to actually have like conversations, and it just comes into they want to just have, and it kind of just like makes it hard.
Imagine being convinced that men are frightened of a woman with power. I have said this so many times, guys, but men are not intimidated by these women. If men are not approaching you, if they don't want to marry you or make you their girlfriend, it is not because they are intimidated. It's because they do not want to.
In high school, you guys, I didn't have anybody who had a crush on me. Or at least if they did, they never made me aware of it. I don't know. I don't get approached in public. People call me pretty, sure, but nobody's ever flirting with me in public, asking me for my number, nothing. It's been like this since the beginning. And I'm just like, what the heck? I think I'm so cute and colorful and fun and a good time to be around. And I give off that energy in public too. I'm so nice and friendly. What the heck? I'm just like sad for me because I deserve to be pursued. I deserve that. And I haven't gotten that. And I deserve to be pursued. Hey, universe, guess what I deserve? To be pursued. So someone pursue.
Nobody approaches this woman, and her plan here is to wait for the universe to handle it. Can you guys imagine if this was men's approach to things? You know, nothing would ever get built, nothing would ever get done. The world would instantly collapse if dudes were like, you know what, we have a problem here, but I'm just going to let the universe handle it.
Remember, I'm not still single because nobody wants me. No.
Anybody actually single by choice would not need to keep announcing it to a phone, to be honest with you.
This is so painful, and only truly lonely people understand how painful it is, especially when you've done everything you need to do for the day. You've, went to the gym, did chores, did your work, did your homework, whatever, did tasks, and then you just sit alone in silence, and you look at your phone, and no one texted you. And you want to go text someone or call someone because you just want to talk about your day, or you want to talk about how you feel, and there's no one. There's no one. And the people that you think of maybe reaching out to, you're just like, what's the point? Because you're just so tired of being left in the darkness. And obviously, everyone has their own life and their own struggles, but what sucks the most is when the people you wish cared enough to, reach out don't.
She is waiting on the people that she cares about to text first while saying nothing herself. Her phone works in both directions, but it's funny how these women just expect people to, keep an eye on them at all times and ask how they are doing all the time.
I've accepted that that's the way it would always be.
I'll be 36 in less than 2 weeks. I've been single my entire life. Probably will be forever.
Okay, so this woman says she is 36 years of age. She has been single her entire life, and I have maintained this position on the channel for a long time, guys. Women, regardless of how they look or their behavior, can still find a man if they want one. If you are single at 36, you have been doing something very incorrect. Now, an average man can be completely invisible his entire life, but an average woman, or even a below average woman, this is not the case.
I just don't want to. I don't want to go out to eat by myself. I don't want to go on the solo trip by myself. I don't want to have to be lugging all my materials for my business by myself and putting my booths together by myself and taking it down by myself. I actually don't want to do that. Don't get me wrong. Let me preface this by saying I love being alone. I love my alone time. I crave alone time. I need it in my life. But we're getting to the point where I'm okay, I'm kind of getting over it now. I actually just don't really want to be alone. It would be nice to have a team. It would be nice to have a partner. It would be nice to have people around me who are just lifting me up and supporting me, and it's not just me holding it together all.
She liked being alone right up until every job landed completely on her. Independence was fine when it meant freedom, and a lot less fine when it meant actually doing things on your own. Funny how that works, isn't it?
It's me, or do many people feel this overwhelming sense of loneliness in their soul, a deep sadness that
Asking strangers online whether they feel it too is not going to fill the room that she is sitting in herself, guys.
Pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this. Oh my god. Touch a buy a drink. I mean, it's very simple.
This is an absolutely hilarious clip that has been going viral for the last few months. She's losing her mind here because she wants attention from men, but there is a reason why men are no longer giving free attention and validation to these women.
Social media is so fake. Because I could post this picture right now and people would be like, oh my god, he's at the beach having a sandwich, life must be good. Little do they know, I came here so I wouldn't myself. I am severely depressed right now.
Social media is, of course, very fake, guys. Women are especially guilty of doing this. If you go to their social media profiles, most of it is just completely fabricated. It's not how they live their lives. They're pretending to be happy the entire time. This is not news at this point.
Only.
Yes, very much so.
What's your self-talk in your lonely moments, or
It's just a lot of shame and sadness and hurt. It feels like nobody wants me, nobody cares for me, because I'm lonely from the place of where's my person? I want my person for me. And it's here I am, 37, I don't have that person. What am I doing? I have this house and it's just me and Boomy, and I love Boomy to death, but it's just me and her.
This woman is 37 with her own house and says all of it feels empty without a man in it. First of all, I would not be surprised if she got that house from an ex-husband. But second of all, men warned about this trade for years and got mocked for it the entire time.
Single is because they're not getting that human connection. That's what I did. I went to an isolation mode where I was I'm gonna achieve all the goals I want because then I'll be happy if I achieve this and this. So I was achieving all these goals by being isolated and going into grind time and being alone. But then I realized I was achieving goals and I'm why am I sad? And I was because I had no one to share them with. I had no friends. I had no guy. I was just isolating. And that makes you really want a boyfriend because you're I need someone to talk to.
She chased every goal by herself and only now notices that there is nobody around to share it with. Men were called bitter for pointing this out a decade ago. And mind you, again, men do not care about the achievements of women in a romantic sense. If you are trying to attract men, this is a completely useless way to do it.
I feel a little bit lonely. I really couldn't bother to get out of my hotel room this evening to go have dinner by myself. Once again, for the 10th day in a row. I just miss a giggle, to be honest. I just missed a giggle. I haven't had just pure social interaction, to be honest. I've only been saying hi and bye to people who serve me food. Anyways, I'm going for sushi now, so hopefully they'll make me feel better.
10 dinners alone into the trip, and of course we have to make a video complaining about it. These women have friends, guys. They have social media. They get endless attention. If you are making a video like this, you are doing it purely for attention. It is not because nobody will go to dinner with you. This is how these women like to farm simps and free validation from strangers.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I live alone in Austin, Texas. I'm 26 years old and I feel lonely a lot. My entire 20s, I've had this lingering loneliness sort of feeling where you just feel like down, you feel lonely, confused, depressed, all those upset emotions. And it's hard to really sit and deal with it and understand it. And a lot of it just comes from like ignorance and not being able to predict the future. But no matter the location, this feeling is still put. And I'm here to just say that like this is something I experience probably weekly, this loneliness feeling, and so confused with my life. I don't even know what's happening or what I'm thinking half the time. But one thing that does help me are healthy habits or just small productive things throughout the day to keep me going. Activity is key for me. If I stay in one place, nope, no good for me. So I'm just going to start documenting what it's like to live alone and experience loneliness and healthy practices that I do in my 20s to make my life better and make my mental health better.
At 26 years of age, this woman has decided to film her loneliness and call it a wellness project. Documenting the problem is far easier than fixing it.
So many of my girlfriends who are such catches, total package, it seems like there is a shortage of amazing men to match. What is going on?
Women are doing great. We are graduating college, we are like getting great salaries, and the men aren't catching up.
Do you think dating apps are playing a role in this?
Dating apps have changed the way we meet people, which is great, but it's also changed the way we think of people. So the endless options cause us to assemble partners like Build-A-Bear.
Right.
And we're like, I want this height, this age. I think it's caused us to treat people like objects versus humans. And what you're finding now, I find this a lot more with women than men. There is this extreme of over-icking.
Yes,
where
I wanted
like,
to talk to you about that.
Oh my gosh, you wore sandals on the date. Forget it. People go on one side of an extreme. So one side is like no standards at all. And the other side is being so protective and over-icking and dismissing people before they have a chance. But doing that makes it impossible for a connection and love to grow.
Two women here are agreeing the great women are all single because the amazing men ran out. Do you ever think that maybe if men aren't marrying you or offering up commitment, that perhaps you're not as amazing as you think? I think these women have it a little bit backwards, to be honest with you.
Biggest wake-up calls, and this might sound a little bit of a weird one now for people, but was a friend of mine. She was in a very happy relationship and I was so unhappy in my life. I remember wishing that her and her partner would break up because I was so filled with jealousy and just sadness and just could not control my emotions at all. And like, this girl was one of my best friends, and like to even admit that, like, you know, that I wanted my friend to break up with her partner, I remember just thinking like, so like, you can't be wishing stuff like that in your friends. Like, how can you have that much, you know, hatred for your friend that you don't want them to be happy? But that was on me. Like, I was so jealous. I was so unhappy. I was filled with so much negative emotions and was just not unhappy in my own life that I was wishing negative things in other people.
Her big wake-up call apparently was catching herself hoping her best friend's relationship would collapse. Imagine being that person, by the way. Like, you're not even friends with somebody if you're doing that to them. You're actually a very, very bad friend. Admitting that on a podcast takes some nerve, and it should honestly worry her quote-unquote friend.
Men over 50 are almost twice as likely as women to marry like out of the West. So these guys are literally, they've exhausted their options in the West or in their town or in their city or even in their country, and they're expanding their dating map. So what's actually even more interesting is that guys are actually they're starting younger doing this too. So like guys who are in their 20s and 30s are like, I'm not even going to start like dating in my community. I'm going to look abroad first, which is kind of insane to me. Like, you got to test the waters first before you even go out there.
This is absolutely true, by the way. Many men out there have decided that dating in Western countries simply is not worth it. They are leaving to escape, Western laws and that sort of thing surrounding marriage, but also to find women who are perhaps more feminine, because oftentimes in Western countries, the women are incredibly masculine, entitled, rude, and so on, and don't actually appreciate the effort that a man puts in.
I'm going insane. I forgot. I totally forgot. He was like, yeah, like I just mentioned you to my coworkers the other day, blah, 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 whatever. I don't remember the details of it. He's got to be dead. His plane crashed.
Hey y'all. Hey guys, it's Maddie. So actually the man died.
I cannot believe I looked up plane crashes. Fully, okay, maybe his phone fell in the toilet. Maybe on his laptop? Can you DM on Instagram on a laptop? Oh my god. I got him a postcard from Boston that's never going to be mailed. Why hasn't he sent a messenger pigeon at this point? I truly think that he's going to text me on Friday being a million messages and being like, Maddie, I'm so sorry. I understand if you hate me, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to give him an earful because I'm having the worst week of my life. I want to text his friends so bad. Oh my god, so bad. I have their Instagrams.
She is inventing reasons for a man who went silent and planning to interrogate his friends about it. Let me just cut to the chase here. If a man has gone silent on you, it is because he is not interested in committing. There is no mystery about it.
Being single is freaking sucky and it's freaking hard. Everybody's like, oh, but you're so young. And it's yeah, I know I have time, whatever. But it's dude, some days you just get sick of it. You're I have nobody to come home to. I have nobody to make plans with ever. I have nobody's freaking family to spend time with. It's just freaking sucky. And you just feel so alone. And you're literally, where is this person that I'm supposed to spend all of eternity with? Where are they? And it just gets hard. And you're are they even coming? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't know, and sometimes there's just no hope, and it's just so freaking hard to keep it together and act like I don't want that because I want it so bad. So
having nobody to come home to is something these women actively do to themselves, guys. Again, when they make these videos, they cry, they say they're alone and everything like this. But they go on social media and there are plenty of dudes in their inbox. Granted, not every single one is interested in a relationship, but if these women are single, it is because they have standards that are too high and they think they can lock down men that they actually cannot.
I need a man in my life that just wants to be a man in my life. Just a man. Not my man. No benefits, no sugar, no nothing. You just want to be a man in my life. For what? So I can call you when I need air in my tires, which I've been needing for weeks. So I can call you when I need my car cleaned. My door is creaking in my house, so I can call you. Can you fix that for me, please? Can you bring this heavy cat litter upstairs, please? A man I can depend on without you wanting to be my man. Because quite frankly, I'm good off of y'all. But men are great. Love men. It's a lot that a man can bring to a woman's life besides just providing. I don't even want no sugar. But if you want to give me sugar, baby, I'll take it. I'm literally just talking about a dependable man in my life that I can call when a girly is in need. Tires is just getting lower and lower and lower. And I'm over here so you want me to go to the gas station and get change and put it in the air thing and then squat down by my tire and put air in? I'm too bad for that. So if you want to be a man in my life, a dependable source of masculinity.
Imagine wanting a man on standby specifically for tires and chores and then ruling out a relationship in the same breath. No man is signing up for that. It's essentially just unpaid labor where you get none of the benefits at all.
So hard to meet a man that you really like. And I hear this from a lot of women too. Versus, for example, my brother. I feel like it's very easy for my brother to meet women that he likes, whether it's on the apps or just out at bars. My brother is in the top 5% of men. He's tall, he's attractive, he's athletic, he works in finance, he's funny, he's sweet, good family. Whereas for a beautiful, well-rounded woman, it's just not that easy. Like there's not many great options of men. Just really seems like there's some disparity of like there being a lot of really great available women and there's just really not many great available men. I don't know particularly why, but I'm not interested in hearing men in the comments. I will say that right now, because men love to like comment some weird every single time.
Ah, yes, guys, the absolute classic. There are so many great, amazing, talented, beautiful women, but none of the men are just, up to the task. What on earth happened? The reality of the situation is this, guys. If these women were so amazing and talented and fantastic to be around, maybe men would actually want to marry them.
Are we actually meeting men? Like, genuine question, where are you meeting them? Because I work from home, so there's absolutely no chance I'd meet someone at work. And the gym is just categorically off the tables because I've been there, I've done that before, I'm never doing it again. And if you ever catch me dating a man from the gym again, please just take my membership away because I should not be allowed anywhere near a gym in that case. Going to the shops, the state I go into the shops in, I don't even think they should allow me to enter the shops. So it's not like I'm gonna magically bump into a man on the street. So where exactly are we meeting men? I just want to meet him organically. We bump into each other, we fall in love, and I fear that I might just be deluding myself into thinking this.
This woman works from home, bans the gym and the shops, and then wonders where all the men went, ruling out everywhere men actually are, answers her own question. But to be fair, a lot of guys are just not interested in approaching anymore.
Today I'm feeling single girl sad. You know that feeling when you're still a hopeless romantic, you still believe it will happen, you're still putting yourself out there, but you're also just a bit drained of the process and you kind of wish it would happen already? Yeah, I'm having one of those.
She still calls herself a romantic, though the dating scene has clearly worn her down to absolutely nothing at this point.
A lot of guys will not approach a very beautiful woman because they can't afford you. They can't impress you, and they feel like they're going to be a bumbling fool around you and get played. Okay, so that's why I say play dumb. The dumber you play, the more confident they'll be around you. Because they don't know if you're smart or not. They don't know if you have game or not. They don't know or anything. So if you see a man that you are interested in, walk by and do something stupid, embarrass yourself, break the ice, drops up, pretend you're about to slip and let them catch you, and embarrass yourself, take yourself down a notch in front of them, because that's what they need. They want to be able to impress you, and if you look good and you're intimidating, you got to take yourself down a notch. You got to do something. Like if you're extra cute and men are intimidated by you, you have to have a goofy laugh out loud. You got to do something that will make them feel better about themselves first. Drop something like, oops, I'm so clumsy.
This is crazy, guys. So this woman is giving advice to the quote-unquote beautiful women on how to play dumb and be less intimidating, so apparently nervous men work up their courage. Again, men are not intimidated, okay? If you have to coach women into being approachable, I think there is a bigger issue here.
I haven't left my hostel today. I'm slightly hungover. All my friends now completely gone. Every single one, different country now. A bit of loneliness, hungover, being a bit fragile. Got up, had a shower, went to go out, was like, no. Went to the shop, turned around and came back to bed. It's literally like 3 p.m. Just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Or what? But it's just a sad day today. I'm just gonna, I don't know, be nice with myself. I'm not really sure how to deal with a sad day. It's also annoying because waiting for your family to wake up. Obviously they're 6 hours behind, so if you've had a bad morning, I have to wait ages for them to wake.
Hungover and alone in a rented bed with every friend in a different country is actually what the freedom that these women supposedly wanted ultimately leads to, guys. These are decisions that these women make themselves, and then they make TikTok videos crying and complaining about it. Very, very great stuff.
From work, and when you've just had one of those days and you just want to come home or pick up the phone and just rant, and I've got no one, and people that have people will never understand the complete and utter loneliness and isolation. You just want to be able to call someone or speak to someone or see someone, and for them to just listen and care. Just need someone to talk to. Someone to give us a hug.
Coming home from work with nobody to call is a plain human need, obviously, but what you fail to understand, or these women fail to understand rather, is this is a decision that they chose, okay? If you are coming home to no man and no family, this is something that these women actively decided to do with their lives. They could have had a family, they could have had a husband and kids and, a man to look after them, but they chose a different path. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.